All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rechakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And just wanted to do a quick lesson, a bit more on the commentary side. As I'm in transit here, I was speaking earlier today, with my brother. And we were just discussing, a couple of things, namely how you look around and nowadays, like back in the day, as they would say, right? Once upon a time, social media, the internet, just people in general weren't how they are today, right? Nowadays, as the scriptures say, I believe it was Genesis, the 6th chapter, it mentions how the earth was filled with violence. And that's not a dark saying or a metaphorical saying, like in the sense, right? Because quite literally, when you look at the earth today, which as the scripture said, it would be as in the days of Noah, right? So when you look at the earth and the world today, it's actually filled with violence, okay? It's filled with violence. Majority of the news that comes out today is not on some new invention, right? Or some new discovery that is to like better agriculture or a way of life. Most of the breaking news you see, most of the average news you see, it's about violence. All right, political violence, verbal violence, physical violence, which is the most, okay, and even geopolitical violence. So quite frankly, the earth today is filled with violence, similar to how it was during the days of Noah. Okay, I was watching a video. You had a dude, I think it was in a McDonald's store, gremlin, right? These little freaking warthogs. But he got his pants sagging, like, I don't even know what degree to classify that lowness. But he got his pants sagging. He got a jacket open, yelling at somebody over the counter, right? Talking about X, Y, and Z. And then, shortly after that, another individual walks in there. He looks a little older, so I think he was either the father of the lady at the cashier or something. But he pretty much walks in there. he finds out what's going on. He says, "Oh, this the guy?" And just gives him a nice slap. Wham! Dude is on the floor. And then all that talking got shut up, right? All that talking got shut up. Dude was on the floor. That's about the gist of the clip that I saw. All right, but it just goes to show you right then and there, like, majority of people today is this pseudo sense of reality, right? That if you were to sit down and think about it, even for a few minutes on a logical perspective, you'd realize that's a stupid thing to do, right? Because at that point, when the kid got slapped up, he didn't, I mean, as far as what I saw in the video, he didn't get up trying to fight. No, he was crawling back on the floor. Because he realized, he just got a dose of reality, and he needs to be quiet in that very moment. Because the pops who slapped him, he was pretty upset, and he looked like he was ready, he basically like, give me a reason to continue, right? And really thinking about that, that's what this world needs. They need a slap, But I'm not talking about those little flimsy slaps that a girl slaps you and then you do the dramatic head tilt, hold it there for a second, clench your jaws because you pissed. No. We're not talking about those little flimsy slaps. We're talking about the heavy-handed, heavyweight, father was in the gym, built up callus in his palms kind of slap. That sometimes feels heavier than a fist. And slap your ass down. That's what the Lord is about to do to this place. Because quite literally, everything is messed up. Okay? And one of the main indicators of that is the fact that people today don't realize that everything is messed up. Okay? It's not an exaggeration. All social media platforms, okay? Like mainly, not like I'm talking about your Instagram, your WhatsApps, your Facebooks, your Threads, all are, majority of the gender you see on there are women. Majority of people who post on social media are women. And when they post, it's 90% going to be a picture or a video in a promiscuous way of them revealing their body in some way, shape, or form. Here it is. You're going to post a picture caption, just got my nails done. And then the whole picture is just you with your ass cheeks out. And there's nowhere can your nails be seen. You know? That's the thing, you know, and when you look at it, it's not a isolated thing. And this is why the scriptures tell you that it's in the law, the law that when somebody does wickedness, right, be it adultery or like a child that is disrespectful to their parents, and there's no hope for them, there's such a harsh punishment for them because, as the scriptures say, you put away evil out of Israel. Okay? You put away evil out of Israel. That is for a reason. Because when you don't put away evil, then you have it spread like today. Hence, you have your influencers. They're openly telling you, yeah, these are influencers. They influence you to do stupid shit. Majority of these social media influencers or these people that are on podcasts and saying this and that, they're not admonishing people to live a godly life. They're not exhorting women to honor the Lord and their men and really, raising up men in the right way that they should go. No. You go in there, you'll see little kids being brought up in wicked ways. Okay? You see little kids being brought up freaking doing mini concerts singing Sexy Red songs and shit. So if at the age of 3, 4, 5 years old, this is what they're doing, what do you think they're going to be doing when they're adolescents or young adults? All right, if they even make it that far. So it's all messed up. You can't reverse it, and you can't fix it. You have to reset it. That's what the Lord is going to do. He's going to reset this place. And you have a lot of simple-minded individuals that validate. Okay, they validate this behavior. A woman got her whole ass out and a ring on her finger, and then dudes are gonna comment, queen, hey beautiful, damn, TBH, nah, you really beautiful. No, that's not the case. It's not about beauty over here. All right, that's just lust. And they think some way by saying that it's gonna make her, put on a ball gown. And then come and jump into your arms because you're her Prince Charming, her Captain Saberho, her shining white knight. That's not the case, man. That's not reality. We're not dealing with that whole our black queens. No, the last time Israel had a queen, damn freaking demon committed infanticide. All right, slew all the children, the seed of the royal, so she could rule. And it wasn't like it was a good rule or reign either. So you want to talk about queens? the scriptures say that her mind is like snares. How can she get one over on you? And now the tables have turned. I remember back in years ago, I watched this during health class. There was this video that they showed, and in the video it was like it was like almost like a different reality where the norm was to be part of the alphabet community, and if you weren't, you were looked at as like abnormal, right? So similar to how years ago, right, the whole the confidence that the plus community had, they didn't have that, right? They did that shit down low. They found out you were on that, it was a whole big deal. In the video, it was flipped. So if they found out you were hetero, and they showed a clip of a scene where a boy was holding hands with a girl, and man, they got in trouble. They brought them to the principal's office. They called their parents. Freaking parents came in. It's 2 moms. Oh shit, 2 mothers. That's the parents, and they're like upset at their children. They're scolding them. They're just like, yo, as if these children or this child just committed murder or something. And you know, we watching the video. This was like years ago. So we're watching the video in class, thinking, "Yo, that's not crazy." Like, imagine if the world was like that. And here we are, not too long after that. You can pretty much see it. It doesn't seem like an alternative reality anymore. It seems like it's normal. It's the normal reality right now. You know, and this is the normal society, and everybody thinks it's okay. And that's why Jacob's trouble is going to be a very crazy shock to the system, man. A crazy reset, straight up, like a crazy reset. And it's needed. And a lot of people are not going to be able to make it at all. People are living in an alternate, artificial reality right now, and they still can't make it. You know, how much less when the real reality hits. Look, real life, right? When you go back to like the history and you see how life actually was, it was harder to live. Okay, you didn't just get up and have everything there. You know, everything was automated at the tips of your fingers, and you know, anything you want is right there. You have an abundance of choices, so you can't even make a decision. It wasn't like that back then. To do the simplest things that you do now, it was much more difficult. So it took a stronger mind, it took more determination, it took hard work, right, to actually get things done. And that's something that people don't understand today. They don't understand hard work. They don't understand merit. They don't understand doing things the right way. It's always, you know, no, there got to be some shortcut. There got to be some way that accepts how I want to do it and validates all these extra things. And guess what? That is not reality. And very soon the world is going to find that out the hard way. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring that famine. He's going to bring that chaos. He's going to bring that judgment, because you love violence, right? The Lord said, all right, let me see what you're about. And the first thing you ran to was violence, wickedness, madness. So that's exactly what the Lord is going to bring. He's going to bring you so much of that you're going to eat and be filled therewith, and still be forced to eat the rest. And that's that time of great tribulation that's going to come upon those that dwell upon the earth. As it says in 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, they shall be taken away in great number. A lot of people are not going to make it. Okay, even those that are going to make it is going to be by the mercy, the will, the spirit, and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's not for everybody. You know? So I just wanted to speak on that real quick, man, because it's like, it's not even getting out of hand. It's been out of hand. Okay? It's been out of hand, but it's just crazy how brazen, how bold, and how blatantly wicked people are. Outright, straight up. They wear it upon their sleeve. You know, I am wicked. I'm on demon time. And it's like, yo, there's nobody else sees this, man. How is this a normal world? Like, how? Hey, but yeah, it is, at the end of the day, you know, on the flip side of it, it was prophesied that this would happen. Okay, so if anything, we rejoice in the fact that we know, or we see prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes. So anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. You know, we, as the scripture said, we're going to pray for fewer days, right? Pray that the Lord send us a deliverer sooner than later. Because truly, you know, if the Lord didn't shorten the days, there shall no flesh be saved. With the direction the world is headed in, and the impending danger that's coming, truly there shall no flesh be saved. Anyway, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakha Kudash. Until next time, shalom.